Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Nice to see all of you here. And today we have the watch party of The Rings of Power Season 2 Episode 7, which we will watch together. Of course, as always, I can't stream the episode here on the channel as I get kicked from YouTube. That I don't want. So you have to find other means, or the normal means, which would be Amazon Prime. Excuse me, to watch the episode. I show you a time code, which we will skip to 1 minute 53. I already prepared this here before the stream started, like I'm an absolute pro. And then, when this is done, chat, then you can synchronize with the code. That's what I want to say. You watch the episode, we talk about this along the lines. So we talk over the episode, just to make this clear, so nobody is confused. First streams are the best, thank you. Also, welcome everyone. Matt Coles is here. Nice to see you. Aris Aurelian is here. Marley Tenuvial is here. Welcome as well. Woody Black is here. Just going to say it now. I love this episode. Yeah, I think it was a good episode. Maybe there's still room for improvement, I guess, but that's always the case. And so on. So, yeah, things are happening. Windenast, Annoying Critic. Yeah, we did this yesterday, but today we have the watch party. And after the watch party is over, there will be a new link, which I will post here then in a moment. I'm confused naturally. Well, I often also feel confused. So there's that. Let me just double check how am I going to do this. There will be another link, which I should post here. It might actually be in the description already. No, that's wrong. There will be an analysis stream, part 2, where we will continue analyzing the episode frame by frame. We didn't finish it yesterday, so we have to do this. I can maybe check. Yeah, let me just check if this is okay. Yeah, it's episode 7 analysis stream part 2. The link is in the description of the video here, of the stream here. I will post it later in chat. Maybe I can post it here in the other chats as well. Or just post it here now so people know where to find the stuff. This is where we will continue watching the episode when the time is right. I'm just confused myself, but whatever. That's where the other stream will start. Will be a new link, so it won't be here on this stream because I want to have a separate VOD. As a result, I think we do it like this. Sorry for chewing here. I feel like need more scenes, but episodes were good in my opinion. Yeah, it had some episode. Blake Lee is here. Otaku Senpai is here. Welcome, nice to see you as well. What other names did I not read? Mart is here. Welcome. Revolverator. I think the rest I read. All the others as well, of course. And yeah, we can write in chat. Now we discuss the episode a bit. Watch along. There's some intense scenes, to be honest. So there's that, but yeah, we should start soon because I scheduled the analysis stream for in 2 hours roundabout. Can maybe move it a bit back and forth, but yeah, just so we know we have this here. And I just noticed that my talking thing is now in the way of the timer that I don't like. Maybe that's better. Yeah, that should work. Just moved a bit down. So we skip the recap of last episode and start at 1 minute 53. That's the timer where it will start. I still didn't watch any of the episodes. Well, very little episode felt Tolkienian to me. Yeah, I can see that. That music was awesome, because I really might have appreciated it, potentially. Season 2 episode was pretty good. Not great, but not awful. Yeah, episode 5 was also one of my favorite episodes. I also liked the first 2 episodes, I have to admit. Third episode was okay. Fourth, I felt like was a classic season 1 episode. It had strong moments, don't get me wrong, but I feel like, yeah, I don't know. It was a bit busy for my taste and had some weird writing decisions. And again, then episode 6 was kind of similar in this regard. Had also its strong moments, I guess, but also very strange writing decisions at times. And now episode 7 is good again, I think, kind of, with also some strange writing decisions, so. Okay, so I think on my side everything is prepared, chat. Some middle-aged guy, Celebrimbor. I mean, he's pretty old, I guess, in a sense. I don't mind the age of Celebrimbor, though. I think that's not the biggest. I like the actor. The actor's simply so good. So that works for me. Is there anything left for me to say, chat? I don't know. Like, I think we have everything. Holla the Forest Fairy. Oh man, Schnarke. Oh, stumbled upon the live. I don't know why I clicked, but I was thinking about starting the series soon. Okay, so we watched episode 7, so I can give a spoiler warning for everything. So just that you are warned. Spoiler warning. This is now season 2, episode 7. And yeah, we watch it together and talk a bit about it, and after that we do stuff. Also, welcome. Nice to see you as well. Alexia something, that was the name, right? It really tastes like chocolate for the first few seconds, then it got a very flat aftertaste, yeah. Thanks for the spoiler alert. No worries. So I would say I give you a countdown, then I click here the play button on my show thing. I'm still thinking about which language I should watch it. Should I watch it in German, chat? I don't know. I'll watch it in English. Whatever, chat. So, are you ready? Also, oh yeah, that's one thing I always forget to mention at the beginning of the stream. I could maybe make a short poll for people. Because Amazon, of course, even if you pay, you still have ads in your stuff. If somebody has an ad, shall we pause? Question mark. Yes. No. I don't care. We vote this every stream. I forgot about that. I'm ready. Okay, people are ready. That's good. If you are watching, can it really be considered a party? If people watch along, I guess, kind of. Okay, so nobody is saying no. Most people say yes or I don't care. So we have that. Yeah, it was free. It was ad free at the beginning, but now they want you to pay extra. I think €3 or something, or €2. I forgot the price. So you can keep the same price as always. So they didn't increase the price. Therefore, you have to watch ads, which you can decide if you want to do this or not, or you can pay extra and then don't get ads. Then it becomes more expensive though. On top of that, you get the free Amazon delivery stuff and so on, and a free Twitch sub. So if you're on Twitch or so, you get a free sub if you connect your Twitch account to Amazon account, and you have Prime. So that's pretty nice. Value of a Twitch sub is $5. So if you have somebody to support on Twitch, I'm not saying. Oh, by the way, I'm also streaming on Twitch. Just want to point that out, for no particular reason. Yeah, you basically get a free $5 to support somebody on Twitch, which is, I think, okay. Of course, I want to greet subs. But okay, it seems like most people either don't care or say yes. So I would say end the poll so we can get going, and then I can make the countdown so we start watching. So yeah, as I said, the timer you see on screen is my timer locally. If you want to join in or so, that's where you have to synchronize to. We skip the stuff at the beginning. The intro, I currently see a black screen, and then at the beginning we will see the screenshot you see here in my background here. That I made as a thumbnail for this video. This is one of the first scenes that you see. That's at maybe 1 minute. That's at 2 minutes or something. I don't know. We will see. I will just say it in a moment. And we skip the recap. So let's start. If you download the episode and watch from the download, you can usually avoid ads. Okay, that's an interesting workaround. I didn't even know you can download the episodes, to be honest. I mean, potentially you could download it by other means. I'm not sure if there's an official download button for it. I'll also turn the X-ray stuff on because I always find this interesting, but whatever. I would say we count down from 3 and then we start. So 3, 2, 1, let's go. So currently we see Eregion. Birds are chirping. And Celebrimbor drinks a cup of tea. Very nice. Then now he has a spoon in the thing. Now he made his little ingots. Nine rings. I kind of like that they skipped showing the creation of the 7. They were just suddenly there. I like it though that they now show us the other stuff. I binged season 1. I was out at the last season. Morbid fascination, I suppose, yeah. And here he sees his first mistake. The ruby is missing. And he looks for the ruby. He sees Mr. Rat. Or Mr. Mouse. Not a rat, I think. It's a mouse. He even calls him Mr. Mouse, which I appreciate a lot. Very friendly of good Mr. Gilliblimbord. A good one, Schnarke. This part is definitely one of the best parts of this episode, I feel. This whole... I have to figure out that I'm trapped in an illusion. No, it's not Mithril, it's spoiler. It's something else. We will see it in a moment. It's not Mithril though. I can spoil that already. Much clarity, such wow. So interesting to see that, like, Anata always says, how far are you? Are they done soon? Because we might run out of time. I can't tell you more, though. Here it seems like the smoke or whatever is blocking the sun. Okay, it seems to give Sauron powers far above those ascribed to him. Kind of, I think. I think it's just exaggerated. It's such a smart move by Anatar, saying basically, we will do defensive stuff now. I mean, there's the Gorlim incident in the Silmarillion where he uses illusions as well. You could make an argument that he has the power to use illusions like that. To some degree. Maybe it's a bit exaggerated, though. His force powers are a bit strange, though. Also, what is Mirdania? She's like a smith. What's she doing close to the front line? That I find also a bit strange. Somebody mentioned that in the comments. And now comes a strange scene, I think. Like, it's not strange, but it just shows how powerful these catapults must be. Let's look how far they have to shoot. The question is it if only Celebrimbor sees this illusion, the others not? And here's the stone of Wile E. Coyote just falling down. He wanted to hunt Roadrunner with it seems. Made the same joke last night when I did the analysis here for the episode. Yeah, they have quite a bit of range, but I think that is still a bit exaggerated. Like 200 meters or something like this is the range of these catapults, I think. Let's say super powerful, maybe 300 or something. Also, Arondir is also here. Sorry for snacking here so much. Too bad Mythbusters ended. This could be tested. Yeah. Where were the ends when the Westfold fell? Yeah, that's a good question. Now, Celebrimbor must make something smart. He makes a marker on the candle and sees if it burns down. He suspects something, which I find very cool, the idea of this. Also, Mart writes, there's a progression visualized. First 3 rings Sauron did not touch anything. Second round, like the 7, touches the mithril and adding it. 3 round creating mithril. And the 3rd round, yeah, is the substitution or creating on mithril added to the rings. Yeah. This also I find very exaggerated, that King Durin is just so corrupted by these rings already that he can't think clearly. Yeah, the actor of Celebrimbor is really, really good, but I also think the actor of Anatar is really good. Like, both work together very well, in my opinion. I would say in general the actors are pretty good. The problem is the writing of the show is sometimes not that great. Let's say more often. He's good, just notice his age, yeah. I like Narvi though. Let him in. And then with this we know which elf it is. Also, I just want to point out that Elrond just teleported here. Like, the teleporting is very annoying for me. 300 yards? How long is 300 yards? ...274 meters. 3 American football. Yeah, I forgot that in modern times, distance or size measurements are always done in football fields. Sorry, chat. Like, especially, how did Elrond enter Khazad-dûm? We discussed this yesterday. Like, on paper, there should be orcs all around Eregion, in my opinion. So it should be very risky for him to enter this place, except he takes a huge detour over the mountains, or through the Gap of Kalinarzon, later known as the Gap of Rohan. He was talking to Gil-galad in Lindon last episode, or 2 episodes ago, and now he's standing here. So yeah, a lot of teleporting going on. The Darondir is nearby. I can kind of dig because they showed him how he approached this and found the map of this place. And on the map, it seems I were right. It was really the camp of Adar on the map. I couldn't, because I thought Galadriel would do things differently. Well, the writers would do things differently with Galadriel. She's still in the cage later, so she can't be freed yet, but I did not expect that she's then simply freed later. This cut off head. They must have a steady supply of these heads that they can put on pikes, it seems. The question is, what is Mirdania doing there on the wall? And saying the obvious. Yeah, they have a Ravager. Maybe we should shoot at it. I also like how they put these wooden planks or whatever on the ground so they can move it through the mud. Now we learn what the Mithril was, by the way. We know why she's there, but... she's there to announce things. I think that could have been done writing-wise a bit better. I don't know why she has to be so close to the danger, though. She's like an elven smith. She should not be there at the front line with the soldiers shooting their arrows at the enemies. Yeah, they at least showed that he was on his way. To be fair, it's a long way for Arondir. But we don't know how parallel the events in this place is. He just follows the army. The army teleported to Eregion, I think. Like, it would take such a long time for them to move from Mordor to Eregion that people should have noticed, especially Eregion should have noticed their approach. Good dodge. Now he hears what happens outside. I expect to anything don't expect anything to make sense in this show. Well, some stuff makes sense, but there's a lot of things in the show that unfortunately are not well written or a bit lazy or very conveniently happening, or you have to find your own explanation or happen off screen and so on. It's definitely the Balrog. We have seen the Balrog already, and she talks about like a dark entity. So there's no discussion. It's a Balrog Lisa's talking about. But we are going ahead. And now he says everything is kind of weird here in this place. Everything comes to ruins. The realization starts. I have to admit I'm not an expert on elvish love affairs. I just know that elves usually are very loyal to their partner. Yeah, here we see what the mithril is. Actually the blood of Sauron. Spoiler. What is this? Needs sacrifice. Or requires sacrifice. What is interesting here is that this is a line from Shadow of War or Mordor. I think in Shadow of War there are also some cutscenes where Sauron often says this, sacrifices have to be made or something like this. What's very cool is people think that Celebrimbor is crazy, and now he comes here, realizes what's happening. It is a bit much, to be honest, but it's now would be an ad break. And if you have an ad break, just write ad in the chat, AD, and we stop. Poor dog lost his owner. It's mouse poop. No. Okay, we have an ad. That means we stop the timer really quick. Everybody stop the count. Yeah, the Flip Wars looks pretty cool, to be honest. I stopped. Awesome. As a spaghetti monster, I suppose. Yes. Back soon, checking the laundry. Okay. And all of the rings in the Silmarillion made for elves until Sauron steals the ones to give the dwarves the men. Yes, all like in the book version, all rings it is over. Okay. As to finish the thought here, yeah, all the Eregion elves make 16 rings for themselves, plus the lesser rings, plus these 3 later. And they are for the Eregion elves. These are all elvish rings in their nature, in my opinion. You could make an argument that they're also, at this point, called the 7 and the 9 already. But the plan was not at this time giving them away. It was for them. And then Sauron makes the 1 ring. Celebrimbor, in the meantime, makes the 3 rings in secret that Sauron doesn't know about and have not touched those rings. And then when Sauron makes the 1 ring and puts the 1 ring on his finger, the elves know they have been deceived, who he was, and that they would get controlled by Sauron if they don't put off these rings immediately. And Sauron underestimated the elves. He thought the elves would not be able to put the rings from their fingers. And so Sauron loses in the end, and the elves are not controlled by the 1 ring, and his plan fails. I think in this process he might also learn about the existence of the 3 rings. I could imagine that he noticed that there are more rings than I suspected. And then he comes to Eregion, attacks Eregion, as we see here, as it's attacked by a huge orc army, and he conquers it and gets 16 rings back. And the dwarves believe, though, that one ring was already given to them by Celebrimbor and the smiths, the elven smiths, directly to Durin. So it could be that he only collects 15 rings here. And then later, after people have forgotten about the events here, Sauron gives 9 to men and 6 or 7 to the dwarves. That's how it works in the book. So I'll continue the episode then. In 1, 2, 3, continue. You have to believe me. The problem is that all the actions of Celebrimbor didn't make him seem very believable. And he started to behave strangely, and so I think this is pretty well done by the show, to be fair, because it kind of makes sense. People don't believe him anymore. They think he's crazy. He kind of did not treat them well. Yeah, he is Sauron. Cut him open. Another illusion. And so she's not Celebrian. Very unfortunate. I really liked Mirdania, though. Now the elves come. Pretty cool horse. Yeah, the armor looks pretty cool, I have to agree. Also, the orcs look pretty awesome. Like, they all look differently and so on. There might be some repetition here and there as well. But they definitely created a very good illusion here with film trickery. I mean, also in the book, nobody is questioning, except maybe Gil-galad and Elrond, who Anatar is. Like that's also in the books like that. And I think they kind of portray this somewhat well, in my opinion. Also, this blackness where the orcs are standing is always fascinating. I also like the music of this. I also like this orc who wants to remove this cloth from the cage. It shows up in a moment. He looks at. Can I now put it away? It's so funny. He loves his job. His name is Zor. Yeah, Galadriel and Elrond and Gil-galad are suspicious. But Celebrimbor and the ringsmiths don't agree, and then Galadriel and Celeborn leave Eregion. But she also did not know. Nobody knew that Anatar was Sauron. Nobody knew that. Or knew that. Now they lose, of course, a huge advantage with their cavalry. Good point by Elrond. Unfortunately, this is not... Why does Elrond have it with him anyway? Bear McCreary is the composer's name. He forgot to take it off his pockets. He has a chain around his neck. Oh, Jamok, so nice to see you. Currently, it's having the scene where Ada and Elrond are talking, negotiating. And leave Sauron to me. Wouldn't it be easier to go into the city? Let's say you don't attack, and we bring Sauron out, and then you can kill him? Isn't that much easier? Why would he return the ring to Galadriel? What is the purpose of that? It makes no sense. She's in prison here. Like, if she fails to escape or anything, why would she need... You know? He would get the ring anyway. Pig smooches coming up. I wouldn't say it's laughable. That there will be him who provides the chain for Frodo. That's a good observation, Joe. Because it distracts people. I don't know. Can we stop discussing every little piece here? I hate this so much. I have no idea, chat. Like, they are kissing, and this distracts potentially the room. It also has a cape, so it's not visible from every side or whatever. I like the look on Galadriel's face. Did you just kiss me? In the early version, Tolkien thought about that Galadriel is the wife of Elrond, but he changed it to his mother-in-law then. I find it also strange because the show goes with this, oh, who can we ship which character with, oh, Galadriel especially with Halbrand, now with Elrond and so on. It makes little sense to me because we know if they have to stick to what is in the story later, like there are certain story points they have to reach, and in the story Galadriel is the mother-in-law of Elrond, so I'm pretty sure they can't really change this. So it's just a tease to a relationship that potentially leads nowhere anyway. We don't know where Celeborn is. He should be around. To be fair, he's not a very important character, if I'm completely honest with you, but... Pretty awesome speech of Durin, of Prince Durin, though. Like, the problem with this show is it has so many flaws that we don't need to nitpick that much. I don't know. I feel like I hope that this kiss is more like we have to distract the room so I can give you my brooch or whatever it's called in secret so nobody notices this. Brooch. You spell it with 2 O. Brooch. Did not expect this pronunciation of this weird word. Also welcome, Rosemary. Nice to see you. Yeah, the dwarf saved the episode quite a few times. But I think in this case, I find the explanation also very weird. But why would he give her the ring? Like, that makes no sense in my opinion. I heard this idea or the theory multiple times, but what would Galadriel do with the ring? Heal the orcs or something? Like, it's not a weapon. It's a magical ring artifact to stop the decay and heal people. Or things, or the world, the decaying world. poor horse. Gwen, die. No, he fires him at the city. That's kind of thing that would happen in a Peter Jackson film. That's a very Peter Jackson-esque scene, in my opinion. The flinging of the orc. He does the same with Alfred in The Hobbit, kind of. Still amazes me. One Balrog took out Khazad-dûm, but they killed Glaurung with their fireproof armor. I mean, yes. It seems Balrog very, very, very powerful. Dragon powerful, but not that powerful. But it makes... Why would he give it Galadriel? He doesn't want... Like, it's so out of character, in my opinion. Elrond says we should destroy the rings and not use them. So, on paper, he should have left the ring in Lindon with Círdan, for example, if Círdan is not in the battle here as well. I hope that we see Círdan one more time, though. Here's also the name for the brooch. Brooch. And he says it later, right? When he confronts Elrond. Yeah, he jumped off a cliff to not give them the rings, exactly. But now, at least Círdan he trusts, and so he should have left the ring in Lindon where it's safe. It makes no sense to bring it to a battle where you're potentially outnumbered and potentially fall in battle, and then have the ring with you, so the enemies can potentially get it. It makes no sense, in my opinion. And also strange... Here, this orc female in the background, that is the actress of Feminem, of the female acolyte from season 1, and she also is resummoned in season 2 by the Dark Wizard. Bridie Sisson is her name, I think. Something like that. I hope I pronounce her name correctly. And that's also true. Glaurung was not killed by the dwarves, just wounded and had to retreat. Oh, that's fun. That it's the same actress, yes. She will later... We'll see him one more time when Galadriel escapes. She follows Galadriel and gets a headshot by Aron... Spoiler. By an elf. My thing says brooch or something like this. It rhymes on coach, I learned. So it's strange. There she is. That is feminine. Was feminine. Brucci. Yeah, she knows a hidden way to the city. This also I find very stupid, to be honest. Real Slim Shady, yeah. Feminem and the Nas Girls. I hope they find a new purpose for him and he's just wounded and not dead. Would be such a pity. Yeah, to lose another character that is cool in the show. Okay, it could be a break, chat. Does somebody have an ad? If so, write ad in the chat. And we'll pause. This scene, for example, this explanation I find so weird. Ad. Okay, we stop here. Short break, chat. Ad again. If you don't see them die, they didn't die. That's especially true for bad guys. For good guys, it's not always true, though. Can't believe I'm out of coffee. Oh no. So yeah, the explanation here why the dwarves, cool dwarf armor by the way, but the explanation why the dwarves are not going to war is in my opinion massively stupid. You have missed Celebrimbor and Anatar and Mirdania were already on the wall and Mirdania was fling over it, so you missed the scene, unfortunately, Otaku Senpai. Oh, Belligor, welcome, nice to see you. The real boss is ruler now if the rule applies. The tunnel seems reminiscent of Gondolin to me. Galadriel will use it to lead out survivors, just like Tuor. I mean, I don't mind that there's a tunnel or something. What I mind, though, is that this tunnel is never mentioned and that there are secret ways in and out of the city, while previously people had trouble getting into the city and so on. It makes very little sense that suddenly that's just so convenient, in my opinion. No, we stopped because an ad. Is the ad break over for you people? I will go screenshot by screenshot later in the analysis through the show, Belligur. Currently we just watch along in real time, but people had an ad break, so we just paused the thing here. So I think ad break people should be back. I'm ready to continue? Okay, awesome. So 3, 2, 1, let's go. Doran! That beast. Ponarvi, yeah, for sure. But I find it very strange. Like, they're going to face Sauron, which is literally the successor of the devil. And Adar, a mighty orc army, and so on. And they can't deal with one dwarf with a ring. Okay. That doesn't sound very convincing, to be honest. Especially, how do they know that there's a Balrog and that he can destroy Khazad-dûm completely? Like, how do they know this? Oh my gosh, I've never caught your stream this many times. I watching now. Yeah, we're currently watching the Rings of Power show in parallel. We're at 43 minutes something. And currently we see Anatar and Kilbimbo talk. We have an interesting theme we need to discuss later in the analysis stream. Yeah, he's named a beast or something, but we have seen him already in season 1. We know that from the trailers he will also be seen in season 2. I think in episode 8 he will appear. Yeah, he says he's on a killing spree, that Durin kills all his men, of course, alone with his axe, and beyond that he is going to dig. So, and this will release a beast or something like that. That's really strange. I think this explanation I found very weak. On paper, they should not know about the Balrog at all, and only learn about the Balrog when it comes out and wipes them out, much later in the Third Age. So, yeah, and here in the show, Disa knows that there is some powerful, dangerous entity. Disa kind of knows that there's something evil down there, but she doesn't know what exactly it is, I think. Those are dry back soon, okay. And the C is always right, and Disa, of course. There's also a strong line. You can even deceive yourself. I think Disa has a lot of purpose in the show, to be fair, though. Like, she is a very strong counterbalance to her husband and so on, and like, character needed between Durin the Third and Durin the Fourth. It's a bit unfair to say, in my opinion, to say she has no purpose. She definitely has a purpose. Much more purpose than, I don't know, Mirdania or anything. Well, he tries to destroy them, I assume, in this scene, right? Then he learns it doesn't work. What Sauron says we will later discuss. It's very interesting, but very fitting, because the evil of Sauron is very different from the evil of Morgoth. Morgoth was a nihilist. He wanted to destroy everything, undo everything, every creation of Eru and the other Valar. And Sauron wanted to bring his imagination of order over the world, according to Morgoth's ring. Yeah, maybe he foresaw this with a Balrog for sure, but I still find the explanation weak. And think, oh no, they are still cool. They don't burn. By the way, unpleasant scene ahead. Elvish devilry. She doesn't need this extra purpose of having always right. Okay. Can't he use the metal cutter to cut the chain? Wonder, this chain also looks very, I don't know, decorated. Sauron's shackles cannot be cut. Yeah, maybe. Even when Durin's Bane drove out the dwarves of Mordor, they didn't know it was a Balrog, yeah. He didn't even cut the base of his thumb. What base? I mean the part of the palm. I don't know. I don't want to go into too much detail. Let's just believe it kind of worked. What is the name of the chain that bound Morgoth? Angainor. And of course, teleporting Galadriel appears. Not only does she appear, she also appears right at the same time Celebrimbor is found by the guards. It's just too convenient, this scene. She just comes in here. Everybody has trouble getting there. She's a cheater, yeah. She definitely cheated her way in. Secret Deus Ex Machina, secret dwarven tunnels or lazy writing. Yeah, I also didn't like that, to be honest. That I found stupid. Yeah, there's a secret elf tunnel. Yeah, everybody uses it. Do you know? Don't know? Didn't you know about the secret tunnel? Oh, I'm so sorry. The problem is the city is besieged. There are thousands of orcs swarming around this place trying to get in. And she just, yeah, I escape from Adar's thing, go all behind the siege people and so on, and do this and that. And then I appear here. Meanwhile, the other elf who just goes to Khazad-dûm and back to Eregion, he is shot with 20 elf arrows when he comes back. Yeah, with orc arrows, not elf arrows. It's very implausible, in my opinion. She teleported there. That's just stupid. Getting into a besieged city like this, I found that very plausible. And they just pull up the an explanation why she is here. So we say it's the elvish tunnel. I don't like that. Yeah, maybe the Dwarf Tunnel has a lot of entrance. You would think the Dwarf Tunnel leads from Eregion maybe to Khazad-dûm. So she has to go to Khazad-dûm first, and then... I don't know, chat. Don't ask me. It's so many questions. It's just a very lazy writing explanation of how she gets into the city because the script requires her to be here. Like, I don't want to be too nitpicky, and I really try to be sometimes positive. But the teleporting in this episode annoyed me greatly, I have to admit. And because if he shoots an orc arrow, the orc will swarm out and try to find them. And this would make their escape basically impossible. Do you think the next season will follow the timeline of the Shadow of War games? I don't think so. I would say this show really shows how easily Sauron bends everyone around him to his will. I like they show how powerful he is by being able to exist. Yeah, that they definitely show how dangerous Sauron is. So now she gets the Rings of Power. And this is also now how we learn how Sauron will later get the Rings of Power from her. One arrow to the face and then run, but it's not like the orcs are only in the camp. There could be orcs in the forest as well. Also, what happens if he misses, or if Adar just blocks the arrow, as he did previously already? I mean, Sauron is, to be fair, Sauron is one of the few characters in the show that is allowed to teleport. In theory, Sauron can teleport. All Maiar can and Valar can teleport. It may be different for the Istari. That was also very convenient that the moment she just made a move, everybody shot at her. She hit the tank of the siege machine and exploded, of course. But yeah. Some people found maybe a bit much, this slow motion scene. I thought it was okay. It was a silent sound. Reminded me a bit of Call of Duty here. Getting shoot and the sound just turns off. You know what I mean? No, they can move their presence to wherever they want to be. That's what Tolkien writes in a text published in Nature of Middle-earth, or in the Parma El Delamberon issue 17, I think it's also published. Sauron, that's how his name is pronounced. The R's trilled. Yeah, they basically had to move their body along the side. They could also, like, Sauron in theory could also fly and so on. Here we go, 90% of the CGI budget for the season blown in 5 minutes, yes. Yeah, she has interesting way to trill the mortar with Clark. It's maybe a Welsh thing. This scene I also found a bit weird, to be honest. Like, this opens such a big rabbit hole. You could make the argument because they had so much contact with each other and was always standing around that Sauron had quite a bit of control over them. What I find interesting is that they stab each other and then pull the sword out again. And then fall down dead. Now, I think you could maybe try to explain this with Osanwe. They opened their mind basically to him and then he was basically in. In Welsh, I think the R is trilled. Because it's a very common sound, to be honest. But maybe there might be also different dialects with differences, I'm not sure. That's a cool scene here where they pull up these two poor orcs and they get. Yeah, she does it with the names because the names are where the R's trilled. They also did proclaim him as Lord of Eregion. Yeah, maybe. I'm late to the party, sorry, don't worry, we might be on for some time, though we switch streams in half an hour. CGI looks good of the bit of. I would have expected that. Our friend Damrod has like a little bit more screen time. Poor horse. Yeah, that Arondir can pull him over, I find very strange. I also thought he would shoot the arrow at Arondir with this. Go back to the hill. Now, some of the editing I find also a bit strange here in general in these battle scenes. It's not a catastrophe or anything, but also a cool line by Gil-galad. The king should be there where the need is greatest. No, that the rabbit jumped on your chest and you fell backward. Maybe it was a Monty Python and the Holy Grail rabbit, though. It would be very cool if Damrod's body would turn to stone in the morning and remain at this spot forever or something. Yeah, that would be very cool. Yeah, the king shouldn't be there. So this is now east, this location where the sun is rising. That means the bridge goes north, kind of. And it makes no sense. We discussed this last time. Look to the north. Wait, he just said look to the north? Well, I said it's north, but why do they looking north? And look, this guy just went to Khazad-dûm, which is next to the kind of close by, and he's shot with so many orc arrows. He could not teleport back to this place here. Yes, we discussed this. Yeah, Damrod is the name of an Ithilian ranger of Faramir. The north is always right. First light of the fifth day, yeah, another reference. Here we see how many orcs there are. And even recognize some of them. He thinks, screw us. Yeah, the first time where he seems kingly. Very few elves are left, though. I think also Elrond should charge with them, because there are not that many. Zack. Here we see Arondir now shooting an arrow at Adar in a moment, and he blocks it with his gauntlet. Now he pulls the arrow, and the orc intervenes him. Though I have to admit, here I'm a bit disappointed. I would have felt that it would be cooler if their duel would have lasted a bit longer. The question is, why there are no arrows going into this direction of this hole there? I mean, I guess the soldiers are all dead, grabbing Sauron. Yeah, I thought that Gil-galad would arrive now in a moment like this. Next episode, things are looking bad, we have the music, and then Gil-galad comes riding in, and then new stuff happens. Did they get Sauron's design from the game? Maybe it was a bit inspired. I'm not sure if they know the game. Gandalf is an Istari, so he had to forgo his might and he can't teleport. This watch party is awesome. Thank you, Valkyrie. Much appreciated. Also, this Adar seems very strong. And now he has the ring. Why did Elrond even have the ring? He says, oh god, why did I take the ring with me? I'm an idiot. Thank you, writers, he thought in this moment. He said, oh, thanks, writers. And that was the episode, chat. We have now 20 minutes to discuss a bit, and then we switch streams. Yeah, I have to admit, I agree with you, Beligor. What exactly he did to Arondir. Also, even though I've seen the scene now 6 times by now, I can't tell you what exactly happened. I think it's not very clear. I would have just wished they had a longer fight that was a bit better on the choreography side of things. This episode is though still quite long, to be honest. It started at 1 minute 53 at the beginning. The last scene is 1 hour 7. So this episode is 1 hour 5 something. I can't do the math. You can do the math in chat if you want. But yeah, it's over an hour long. 1 hour 5 minutes something, 4 minutes something. I'm too stupid to calculate this. It's true, Sauron is really a meanie. I can't even tell you if Arondir also wounded Adar. Like, I don't understand what's going on there exactly. I just hope that Arondir is not dead. If Arondir got stabbed with that massive blade, he's 100% dead. I mean, you have seen what happened to PG-13, right? Yes. You have seen what happened with Bronwyn in season 1. She was also heavily injured and she survived. It might damage their friendship. It depends on if our friend Durin will show up later, though. Yeah, Bronwyn, I heard different stories why she left the show. I have not done my research, so I can't comment on this. Officially because she stopped her acting career, but it also seems like there might have been some other reasons. Yeah, I'm also curious what they will conclude. I think Galadriel, so at the end of this plotline, Adar is dead is my prediction. Maybe he gets stabbed by the crown. Like, Sauron takes the crown and this time he stabs Adar with it or something. I think Sauron will kill Adar for sure. And then he escapes from Eregion through the secret Sauron tunnel or whatever. And then Galadriel follows him, with the rings of course, the 9 rings, and tries to stop him from getting the crown or something like that. And then Galadriel will fight with Sauron or something, and in their confrontation he will again enter her mind and then try to corrupt her again, bring her on her side, say, yeah, you could, I don't know, marry me and then we could rule the world or whatever nonsense. And Galadriel, of course, as we know, won't fall for that. Not a second time. She didn't fall last time for it as well. However, yeah, she's defeated. Oh, Stratima's here. Welcome. Thank you for the sub. Much, much appreciated. Danke für den Sub, Stratima. Currently doing English stuff here. But welcome. However, back to my thought, yeah. And then Sauron, Galadriel, like last time Sauron entered Galadriel's mind, she was unconscious anyway. So I think that will be similar here. She will defeat Sauron will defeat Galadriel, of course, and take the rings, and the crown is gone. And then he goes to Mordor, takes over the orcs, forges the one ring out of the crown, and then learns that what is the other guy called? Farazon is searching for him, and then he will be brought to Numenor at some point. Hard to tell if it is like in the books, or if he will just turn him in freely to deal with them. I think, like in the book, Sauron hated the Numenorians, So currently he has not that much motive to annoy here, except the Numenorians would appear in this battle and he would see, oh, they are a threat. We have to deal with them. Yes. You can also write in German, Stratima, if you prefer that. I will answer in English though. Yeah. I think the One Ring will mate with his crown. A piece of this crown. They use Mithril for all the other rings. They have to come up with some stupid stuff for the One Ring. So there's that. There will be some blood of Sauron in it. Maybe a bit of sugar. And maybe a bit of cinnamon. And a piece of the crown or something. And then they will create... He will create the One Ring or something. I mean, he does not need the complete crown. Maybe he just takes a piece of it. Maybe cuts off, what you call is a zacke from it. What do you call it? A tine? A spike. Yeah, a spike of the crown or whatever. Maybe it's just a small piece. But I think the crown will have some meaning. Maybe he needs the crown to control the orcs or something. That's also something I could imagine, actually, that the crown is needed for better orc control. A prong. A spike. I want to see Celebrimbor becoming a race. Yeah, I think that Shadow of Mordor war story we won't see here. Like in this episode, the redemption arc of Celebrimbor kind of started already. Like he kind of sacrificed his finger to get free. He gave the rings. He tried to destroy the rings, didn't work. He gave them to Galadriel and said, "Bring them away. The rings need to be safe. They should not fall in the hands of Sauron." And he's completely right with this. So in the books, it's actually the 3 rings of power that are given away. So this show here just changes this part so much, but whatever. A single strand of Galadriel's hair is also in the ring. Yeah, stuff like this. A bit of butter, of course. And maybe some flour. Is this how it's pronounced? Mehl? Flour. It's a diphthong. Vanilla essence also should not miss. When you make the One Ring. Did you notice that when he gave the ring to Galadriel, he said no? And then the reason was that Sauron would go after them, so they wanted to send Celebrimbor out to save herself, reaching too far. Forget wheat. I'll make him more paranoid. Yeah, maybe. How much time do we have? We have 10 minutes left, roundabout. Shadow effects. There's some suggestions in chat that fall in the category, let's say, call them interesting. There was one comment I got on the YouTubes. That's how YouTube people call YouTube, the YouTubes. Maybe you have heard about this. Let me just check my comment section. Someone just wrote a nice comment, so I'm happy. This is the first time in 4 years I've watched from this channel, and I'm glad to see the quality is still top tier. Very nice of you. Welcome back. You watch. The comment was in the Blue Wizard video. There's an Italian Lord of the Rings parody where one ring gives you the power to be always stoned or weed. Yeah, that's the same story as in the German thing. Like in Germany, we also had a fend up that goes in the same direction called Lord of the Weed. I can't tell you what was first, though. I know, though, that the German most likely, if both, it could be that both appeared independent of each other. I'm not sure. I know the German one is basically, or the idea for making a fend up is based on Sinnlos im Weltall. Different topic, though. There was somebody saying, like, was this last stream? Somebody mentioned, like, a reference. I forgot if it was in my comments section or somewhere else. In my comment section, I currently don't find the comment. Prove your quality thing was kind of a Faramir reference. Yeah, there was this line, you shouldn't be here or something. I think that was the line. I'm just checking the line again. You should not be here. Yeah, I think it was Sam or something like this, right? Or Frodo. We shouldn't even be here. Yeah, I think that's could be also some little references. I don't mind those. They are very little. Yeah, when the ruined city, right? Sam says something like that. Shouldn't even be here. Then we call it, in German we call it a Referenz. In English maybe you would call it the quote or something like this. I'm not sure what the better word is. It's not my fault that people, that the English language understands Latin words sometimes differently. But yeah, I think this was the watch party for the most part, chat. I will reset the timer. And oh yeah, I still have to do that, chat. As an Englishman, I have to agree our language makes no sense sometimes. Yeah, it's really, really tough. I really like English, though. Don't get me wrong. Thank you, Chris. We love you. Yeah, there will be. I hope this video link here is correct. I hope it's not banana phone. Double check. So the next stream will continue here. For the people on YouTube and so on, wondering what is going on, we will, like for the Twitch people, nothing changes. So there will be another stream after this stream, but for the YouTube people, I will switch the stream. Before I do this, though, I still have a very important task to fulfill. Keep pumping critique videos out. They are great. I call them, like, if I would actually critique, it would be usually longer. So I call them first impressions to have an excuse that it's not. Yeah, I still have to fire up the credits. And here's a problem. I forgot to make the credits, of course. To update the credits to the position where they would need to be. That's a problem, of course. Because we have yesterday, straight out of the Shire, gifted 10 memberships here on this channel. And now I still have not added those 10 members to the list. I have to do this really quick. And then we fire up the credits. I hope. Wish me luck, chat, that I can do this in time. There are a lot of names in the list now. Just so many names. Credits will be quite long, it feels. But yeah, I can't complain. It's always great to add all these people to the list here. I think I never had so many subscribers than currently. That's pretty awesome. So much appreciated to all the people subscribing here. There's one name, I'm not sure if he's already in the list or she. Doesn't look. There might be somebody I have forgotten. I'm so sorry if that is the case. I think this was also a gift sub yesterday. Yeah, great. Grebo, double check if you're on the list. You should be on the list, though. Huh? You're not on. Why are you not on the list? Hä? swear I put you on this list here. Why are you not on this list? Ah, chat, sometimes production is always annoying. Grumpy, effective. I don't see you on the list, so either you are now 2 times on the list. Good that you said this and then double checked. I don't know why you keep disappearing from this list. All I have to do now, though, is move the logo around quite a bit. I make them a bit longer because just so many names now on the list. What do I have to do, Chad? I have to export this. What date is today? 27th, right? Credit streams 27th. YouTube 1080, that's also correct. I hope it works. No, something is not working probably, of course. Yeah, that looks like it could work. Yeah, that looks about right. Let's hope computer's rendering. So let me just check a chat really quick. What lists? I like lists. The credits list for the calling the members and so on. Okay, let us hope the credits are updated. All I need to do is find the credits and move them around a bit, and then we should be let's hope they play, chat. Okay, credits are rolling. I hope everybody's in the list that should be in the list. Okay, oh no, chat, I forgot Valkyrie. No, 30 subscribed. But you could be on the list still. You are on the list. Okay, awesome. So yeah, thank you. Shoutouts to all the members here. It's a massive amount of memberships currently here on my channel. What do I have to do to be in that list? You would have to tell me the name. Usually I just use the name from YouTube that appears or from Twitch. Also, thank you, Mega Actionans, of course, to you as well in the Twitch chat. Yeah, you need for streaming to appear in the streaming credits. You need the tier 2 sub. For appear in the video, in the LotR video and so on credits, you need the tier 3. It's complicated, as always. But yeah, it's just a lot of stuff. So yeah, thank you to all you people for joining this little watch party. We continue with the film analysis stream next. And the link for that will be also in... I posted again here. So here the stream will if you want to watch on YouTube, I post the links here. That's where the analysis stream will be, because I want to have a new VOD. So this stream here goes offline. For Twitch, I even think about just ending the Twitch stream as well and starting it anew, and I don't have to make different VODs out of it. So all the streams will go out for a moment, and then they will be back in 30 seconds or something like that. And yeah, it will be a short break before we start anyway on the other stream. So no need to hurry too much. And I would say thank you again for your massive support. your generosity, and for the comments and chatting with me about this show. We continue with this, and if you don't have time or interest to join, then see you next time. Otherwise, we see each other in a few moments. So, see you later.